someone said, with the conversation earlier on about overdosing on 4N, can't remember who said that 80% of success is just turning up. Most people don't even do that bit, and that's where the big opportunity is. I'm going to talk for a little while about what we do when we do turn up, how we behave at meetings, what we do at networking meetings, and specifically what we do after networking meetings. But a load of what I've done is just turning up. I'm now in the lucky position where I do work with some national retailers. I work with some national franchises not far away from here as well. I've spoken for biggish companies like 123 Reg. I've spoken recently at Google. I'm at the Ideal Home Show, which is really flattering, and I'm doing Glasgow University in a few weeks' time, speaking to their third-year students about business networking, which is really flattering. But I'm just in the right place at the right time. I'm going to talk about what we do at the meetings, because that's been really interesting to me. Over 700 for networking meetings in my time, and what I observe as I go around really interests me as I walk around the country. I turn up to every meeting that I go to with some sort of positive intent. That's a lie. I have off days. I turn up at meetings sometimes and I really can't be bothered. We all feel like that occasionally, but most of the 700 that I've been to, I turn up with some sort of positive intent. I didn't know what I was going to get out of this morning, but I've been waiting to have a conversation and a catch up with David for a few weeks, and it hasn't happened, and I get busy and don't pick up the phone, and he's here this morning so we can have a one-to-one, and that's brilliant. So I've already got something positive out of this morning. But a load of people turn up to networking events, and they turn up with a face like a smacked ass, and are then surprised that people respond to them in the same way. I went to a for networking meeting in Hastings not very long ago, 6 or 7 weeks ago. Went to a for networking launch in Hastings, and a lady turned up, and she sort of stopped as she walked into the room. And she said to me, I'm used to going to networking events with 60 or 70 people. I need a bigger audience. So few people need what I sell that I need a much bigger audience when I turn up. I guess I'll stay and see how this goes, but there were 25 of us, this sort of event really is a bit too small for me. It really interested me that at 7:30 in the morning, this lady was talking herself out of getting anything positive out of this. I turn up with positive intent every time. I do turn up with a smile every time. No one wants to see someone looking miserable, but actually turning up and thinking through that something positive is going to happen out of today, I'm staggered by how many people don't do that. One of the ways to make sure that people know that you've turned up with some sort of positive intent is when you stand up and do your 40 seconds. I was an estate agent for over 20 years, that was my career. Yeah, there's always one. There's always one, and it's always Tony. It was an open goal. Where was I going with that? I was an estate agent. I was based in Oxfordshire. We used to sell big houses. That's what I did. I sold probate sales, houses that had been left in estates. But we advertised in the newspaper, the Oxford Times, every single week. Never once did I wait until the day before, when the guy was chasing us for copy, and then say, I'll tell you what, let's say this week, that'll work. Haven't really got time to put anything together. But I see people pitch up at networking events, and you've given up 3 hours of your time, membership of a networking organisation, the fee to be here as well, and people think about what they're going to say as they stand up. To me, this environment, when I've got all of these business people around me to talk to, this environment is too important to leave that to chance. I always make sure that I'm prepared. One of the things about me that a load of you do know is that I'm really nervous about speaking in public. This is something that's incredibly out of my comfort zone, that I've had to do a load of work on to get to the stage where I can do this. And I get nervous every single 40 seconds. Being prepared makes a massive difference for me, because I know what I'm going to say. I don't have to make it up when I'm starting to panic about all these people looking at me. It's really important to me to have something prepared, because that enables me to put it across in my own voice. I've written 106,000 words on business networking, and the tip which people write to me about more often than anything is what I've written in there, and it's in the free chapter of the book, that all of these devices have got a sound recorder on them, a voice recorder.